Hello, all you hardcores out there. Welcome to part two. We're just waiting on Big Max, Art of a P, or is it a breadcrumb? Big shout out to Nick Manners. Hope you're well. I've just got your number off. What? I think Max just sent me. I lost your number, Nick. So email me, Nick, porkycorner@mail.com, and I'll do that thing for you that you asked for about with that author guy if you want. All right, cheers, Nick. Max, how are you? I see you still got a picture of Barry White up there on your profile.
Yes, I like a bit of Barry White.
Hey, baby, let me whisper something into your ear, baby. Max,
Yes.
let's just Dennis McCann. Is he getting off lightly compared to Crusher? Because nobody's going after Dennis like we did Crusher, are they?
Well, it comes down to what you keep saying about all these B samples. Where is the B sample?
Well, what they're doing, you see, these fighters that have got a few quid now, they're getting these lawyers and they're tying everybody in knots, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and there's not only that, it's they're looking at Dennis McCann's looking at what Crusher's done and what Dillian White's done, aka Barry White. So, Dillian White's blatantly serving a silent ban, so is Crusher. So they're seeing what they're doing. Oh, they can get away with it and go down that avenue, and they can go down that avenue. Which one do you want to do, Dennis?
Nobody can talk about it because they're all signing on disclosure, but everybody knows about it. It's a bit like Bean with his cancer bullshit, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I don't know about that bit,
You
but
do know about that, Max. You've heard loads on gossip grapevine off Big Ron and everybody. You just don't say it because you're a licensed heavyweight. That's all it is, Max. So don't play company line with me, Max. You wanna,
well, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. I don't know the
Max?
deets thing.
I tell you what, because you've said that to me, you'll never get on my channel again now, you wrong un. Telling you
Well, no, I'm just saying I
know
don't know.
about that being cancer one. So stop trying to distance yourself from what I say. What I say in here, I'm not bothered about people because I'm crackers, mate. I'm not bothered about anybody in boxing. You know that. If I've got
Yeah,
something,
I know you know.
I'll
Yeah.
say it. If they're not bothered, come and take me on. You're a big shivering cunt.
Well, no, it's I don't
Ah,
know.
Max, I'm trying to play the game, Max. Don't get that with me.
I'm
Anyway,
being serious. I don't know what's happened with it.
you
I
do,
don't know
Max.
why. I don't know the ins and
Max,
outs.
you've heard things about Bean and his cancer bullshit, and now look at you backtracking because we're live, aren't you, Max? You
I
shit
was,
house. When it come down to it, Max, you shit house.
I'm not a shit house. Well, I
Right,
mean,
when will we see a UK card in UK that's any good next?
never.
Never. Is that it now? Aren't we going to see Steffi Bull? Before, is he going to put out on before his trial in February?
What's it? What's this trial for then?
Max, stop making. I'm not even going to tell you, Max. Now, I'm not even going to say it to you, Max. So no,
I I
stop
don't
trying to make
know.
out that you're a goody, goody, goody. You're a
I
ruthless
don't
little
know.
so and so behind the scenes. Right, is Moses Atama being rushed, Max? Yes or no? We'll stick to boxing, Max, because obviously trying to get a bit of banter at you. You're going all company man on me, aren't you? Max, let me just say this to you, right? When did you last fight?
End of November.
Right, when did you last fight before then?
June, July.
July. So how many fights have you had this year? Two.
Two, yeah.
How
Two
many
in the
have,
last six
have you
months.
had altogether since your debut?
Oh, I've had four.
Right, so you're 3-1, yeah?
Yes.
When were your debut?
Uh, just after COVID, or was it just after COVID? I read 2022.
So basically, you've had four fights in 4 years, yeah?
Yes.
Are you a professional boxer, Max?
Well, no, not really. I wouldn't say so.
Well, there
Can't.
you go. Why have you got a professional license, though, Max?
Well, are you a professional YouTuber?
I'm not a professional YouTuber. Just because I know what I'm doing and I've been to comedy school, Max, don't mean to say I'm a professional. Just give you a license, don't they? Do you know what I mean? But
Do a
Max,
bit.
you're a professional fighter for 4 years and you've had four fights. You're not active, are you?
I've got a job in that, haven't I? So,
Oh, you got a job with it. Oh, right. So when's Big Ron getting you out again?
well, I hadn't spoken to Big Ron, so
I
you
thought you
know,
were out on Big Ron's Christmas Bonanza.
Christmas Bonanza.
It got
No,
cancelled till Feb, didn't it? Big Ron's Christmas cracker. Should Yui roll the dice and fight Bacoli? Yes or no?
Yes, why not? And what do you
Well,
think on that?
Yui's going to tread water in it now for years if he keeps fighting them fighters he's fighting. Never going to get it mixed. So, only way I can see him going in the mix is if he doesn't take a big noise out who's on the fringes, a Caballel or a Martin McCauley. Do you agree?
Yeah, but if they okay, let's say if Peter came to you and say, "What do you think we do, Russ? What next three fights should we take to get him so clear into a world title shot?" What would you do?
I'd say, right, you want to be fighting Fabio Wardley, Martin McCauley, and Caballel. You need to deal with any of them three, and you are back in the mix for a world title shot. You're three fights away from a world title, or keep fighting people that you know you're going to win and just stay back at Q on small hall. Well, and waste your best years because Yui's been parked up since he was 27, hasn't he?
Worked for the Rhino, didn't it? In theory.
Well, it worked for White Rhino, yeah, but White Rhino came back and his stock went up in a loss that everybody won. So Yui could get in there with Bacoli, win and get robbed, but his stock could go up. A loss don't mean that your stock don't go up. That's what I'm trying to say. And people need to start taking the
Mm.
handbrakes off and rolling the dice. It don't come to you in boxing. That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Peter's a big boy, he'll understand that. Right, Bricktop got found out with his comments regarding De La Hoya, but other people have been running around like headless chickens saying Fury won or they could see a draw. Like Umar had it a draw. What do you think to that one? Hey.
They're just trying to just stay on the fence and keeping Bricktop's good books. They're worried about access, aren't they? So look, Fury lost that, and that was it. That was it. Just put it plain and simple. It wasn't good enough for two fights. That's it.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, mate. I absolutely see where you're coming from. Uh, Mike Tyson saying he's been depressed ever since the Jake Paul fight, but you saw his interview where he were coming out and he said that he could have done him and blah blah blah. And he were told to pull his punches and all that. What sort of man sells his soul for 20 million and a loss on his record for that, and then comes out today saying that he's looking to have another fight on pay-per-view for millions as a professional? What is going on here? How where's boxing heading now? Where they're bringing these six men pushing 60 back, letting them wear big 14-ounce gloves instead of 10-ounce, and they're doing 2-minute rounds like little girls. 2-minute rounds are for little girls, aren't they? Like Terry Harper and Rihanna Dixon. They're supposed, well, what's going on here, Maxi boy?
I just do what it's. I mean, I don't know why he can be like down or depressed about it because he's been skint a few times from his heyday in boxing. He's made all his money back. What 20 million from the Jake Paul
Well, we're
fight?
supposed to be selling loads of green over there in Nevada.
Yeah,
Well, he sells it in Amsterdam as well. There's a coffee shop in Amsterdam that sell it for him, so he must be earning something off the green. So why does he need to be messing around with
yeah.
fights?
I just think he should stay out of it now because we don't want to see it. It's theatrical. You know what?
I
You
don't want
know.
to see him getting 20 million anyway, convicted nonce. I don't want to see him picking millions up. He's a wrong un.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I said before, this
Hmm.
is like because boxing accepts anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
okay. Dev Sandwich or Sam Jones, the Gad or Coogan, biggest arse licker at you. Who you got?
there's not much between them, is there? I'm gonna say
People swaying
Sam.
towards Dev cheese and onion sandwich.
Nah, I think Sam Jones. Sam
Sam Jones,
Jones.
eh?
Yeah, I think Sam Jones because
Sam the
I don't
man.
know. Yeah, well, look at him. He can just throw his fighter under the bus at a press conference like he did against Prograis. Yeah, and say, "Oh, I think you'll beat my, Jack and that." And look, he's still with him. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, I think Sam Jones because he can do it. He can do it any way possible, and somehow comes smelling out of roses. Him. So how he
Pat Dan,
does it?
Pat Dan Rayfield, he's coming out saying Fury Joshua's got to be now or never.
Well. I mean, let's see it. It's about who's got more left, isn't it? I think Joshua might do him.
What Fury?
Yeah,
Joshua's scared of his own shadow, mate. You're having a
I,
laugh, aren't you?
I'm being serious. I got a feeling. Look, let's be honest. Let's look at it. He can't punch. I mean, would we agree with this? Dubois got more power than Fury. Yes or no?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Fury probably doesn't have that great a punch because, I mean, how many knockouts has he had? I mean, he couldn't put Wilder over with his punches, could he? Properly, Wilder seemed to stay there for ages in all the fights. So would you agree on that?
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think I think Joshua's chin will stand up for so long. Um, would Fury's chin or stand up? Because I think both fighters will hit the floor in that fight. It depends who's got more heart to get up, and Fury might be spent by then. So I think Joshua has a massive chance.
Yeah. Okay. Is John Fury a devastated man at the moment with what's gone on with all these big chats and all that, and he was excluded from the old ringside job, wasn't he?
This is a nuisance. They didn't want anyone. It was Fury's big chance. I mean, would you say here's one for this one, Russ? Would you say he was closer? If he was a tag closer in that second fight, yes or no?
No, I'd say he did better at first, me, wouldn't you?
I think it was more Usyk didn't perform. He still beat him, but he didn't perform as well as he did. It just seems when Usyk gets it put on him a bit, as in like hard punches, he comes out, but he pulls something out of the hat. Does that make sense? That's what Usyk
Yeah,
does. So Tyson didn't really put it on him. If you find he put it on him, you might find Usyk would think, "Oh, I'm gonna have to knock him out now." Usyk plays it very safe, whatever fight he's in. So you know, uh, let's be honest. I mean, yeah, yeah. Going back to that, yeah, I agree.
okay. Okay, Tony Sims has come out and he's saying he had Fury winning comfortably. Is that because he's been told to say that from Eddie Hills? Hills! The 6-0 Iceman from Billericay, 4 by way of, but no footage, and his dad's had a production company 45 year. Or is Tony Sims after training Fury? Or does he need to go to Specsavers?
Mm, I think he just needs those Deirdre. He needs to dig up Deirdre Barlow off Coronation Street and get bins and get Big Mouth's bins on. That's what I think he needs to
Big
do.
Malk, Big Malk's. You know why they call him Big Malk? Because his bins are bigger than his ideas. The Bricktop sermons, we've had loads of them every day in, day out, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 a day. Caldwell's the only one chasing him for the most interviews. How many sermons has Bombay Dave done in the last 10 days? It's
Oh
absolutely
God!
shocking, isn't it? Absolutely. Is he desperate for people to train at his gym because nobody wants to train with him, do they? He ruins everybody, doesn't he?
He's the wrong. Well, how many people's lost on his watch? I bet you can count loads.
Listen, mate, there's like I could go on forever how many people have left him. Listen, this is how I look at it, right? Looking at their gyms, they're decimated. Flexer's gym is absolutely decimated, right? All that funding they've had since 1977 up there. What are they doing now? We've got amateurs there now. So Flex, he's finished. Tony Sims has finished. Bombay Dave looks like he's finished. These people are getting found out. That's the bottom line. So only thing they can do now is brass themselves on YouTube, like Ben Davison. That's all they can do. Because who's Ben Davison done it with from beginning? Who has he done anything with from the
I,
beginning?
I mean, yeah, Ben Davison, I agree. But with Ingle, you can agree. You can agree with me on this. He seems to get most of his fighters in shape when it gets to the fight, they're in shape. But it's when he's in the corner, I just feel Flex is a little bit not great with his bite-sized information. And then in the corner, he's not the greatest. He says daft stuff. And I just think that's his downfall. So I think as in a training camp, Flex is all right. So you got to give his flowers on that. But yeah, Bombay Dave, he's just crap everywhere, isn't he? I mean, God.
How is Flex all right in a training camp, right? When three people have failed on his watch, dope tests, people have failed at the Sims gym,
Must
right?
look there.
Told,
Yeah.
put basically people took his fighters to slaughterhouse to meat market. That's what he's done. So where are we heading here with these? Are these the same trainers that are going to keep going the same old people because of the mates we Eddie Hills? Hills, Hills. Is that what we're gonna say? If
I
you're
mean,
friends with Eddie Hills, you should get a few crumbs. You'll get fighters thrown your way. Is that where we're at in boxing now, or isn't it about ability?
but then again, don't you think the trainer, if they're training under your watch, let's say for example, Conor Ben was training under Tony Sims, don't you think Tony Sims should take half the flack for that? Because he
Of
would have
course they
known
should.
what's
Yeah, of course they should. Yeah,
but they seem to get away scot free. How many times has they failed actually on under Flex's watch? You know what I mean? They should get the flack as well. But they seem to get away with Scott like yeah, the fighter gets all the blame, that's it. If someone's told you to eat that and that, right, and the fighters are like some of them are quite dopey, what do you expect? So really the trainer should get half the flipping blame for it, if I'm honest.
agree. Does Joe Parker do Triple D? Yes or no?
I'm on the fence for that.
I'm going to say no. Will Ryan, however, get over the robbery in the Fisher fight? I don't think he will. I think that'll be on his tombstone. He'll be one of them guys sat at end at bar in 10 years going on about that fight, won't he?
Especially who loses a rematch, yeah.
Yeah. 20 stone plus on the night. Is it laziness or is that just Fury? He's going to do what he wants. Bit of both.
A bit of both, and I think there's a lot of yes men surrounding Fury. Um, I
Okay.
think when Fury's last good, it was like what you said. It was the second Wilder fight. That's when he
A
was
year
really
ago in
good.
February, yeah. Sugar
Yeah.
Hill, the copper from Detroit, serving policeman. Will he be sacked now by the Gypsy King, or will he use him to get filled in again?
It's got, yeah. I mean, how can you sack him? What for? Why would you sack him?
Well, he's just been beat for the second time. I don't know. People get beat, they get rid of the trainers. I'm asking you, Max. Don't you
Yeah,
ask
but
me? What's this question time in House of Commons? I'm asking you. Go on, Max. Answer the question, Max, please.
um, because Fury's always looking for someone to blame. Yes.
Is 16 stone the cut-off point now for heavyweights, or do they need to be 20 stone?
Subjective on your height.
Well, I did a run today, 4.4 mile, my usual run, and I did it with 10 kilo in my rucksack, right? And I swear to God, Max, do you know when I took that rucksack off? I would swear to God, mate, honestly, I were
Hard work, innit?
lathered, mate. I were lathered. I couldn't believe difference. So people like Fury, they're carrying that extra weight too much, and you just can't do what you want. And I just think that 20 stones way too much when you're getting in some 16. All them weight game, all them mind games of a weight gain and weight, or if he's going to be heavy or light or whatever. Do you think Usyk's bothered about them?
I mean, what out of interest, Russ? You know the history more
Yeah.
than me. What was Tyson Fury for Vladimir Klitschko fight?
I think it
In
might have been about when he's 17 and a half or something like that. I can't
yeah,
remember. That
that's when he was really good. So really, he should have been down to what 18. You know, if he really wanted to deal with Usyk. So I mean, he was 2 stone too heavy. You could argue.
yeah, you could do. You could do. Uh, your heart's working too much when you're carrying that extra weight. Your organs are all having to work a bit harder, and that's what how you sweat.
Absolutely.
I found that today, especially when I was on home straight. I can remember thinking to myself, "Oh, about 400 meters to go in." It felt like end of the world.
Mm.
Uh, does anyone take the Gad serious anymore after he rolled over on his belly, on his back, and let Carl Froch tickle his belly on beach? Can we take the Gad serious now after that?
Okay, you can never take him seriously. You wouldn't let your daughters, anyone's daughters, near him. Simple.
David Adelaide, English champion, did it in style, big puncher. Would you like to see him in with Yui?
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. That'd be a really good fight. That.
Would you like to see him rematch Fabio? Or would you like to
Mm.
see him get in there with Big Freeze?
I'd like to see him go against. He'd flog Big Freeze, you know. I'd just like to see him against Fury. I think Fury and him would be a good one for, say, a British Eliminator or something.
Do you think Big Freeze has finished?
No, I think because he's had a bad knockout, I think he could be just a gatekeeper. Maybe get a British and stay as a gatekeeper.
Yeah,
But you will
it's
never be the same again,
interesting.
will you? After that,
You what?
you will never be the same again after that knockout, though. That's the problem.
Do you think Big Freeze stayed too long at EIS? Yes or no?
Yes.
Well, he's 33 in August, isn't he?
Yeah, he's stayed there too long. I think he stayed there 4 years too long. You know, look, I mean, there's a common trend there because Audley Harrison, he stayed there too long, didn't he, in the Olympic route? Um, so yeah, unfortunately he did, and it was just because of free grasses. You know this, so it's not looking for the sponsorship yourself. So I think, but who knows? He might come again, but we can only know after that knockout. I mean, till he has that next fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Big Freeze now, though, isn't it? Do you think?
I mean, to be honest, if Dave Allen wins Fisher or loses Fisher, let Dave Allen have another go at him. Why not? It might be a chance for Dave either to beat him or Big Freeze to get on a back on a kill again and fighting again, and confidence back against a okay name.
Yeah, Fury's down to number 6 in rankings in world.
That's going to hurt him, isn't it?
Usyk's the man. Then we've got Dubois, Caballel, Joshua, Bacoli, Fury. Joshua should be number 4. That's shocking, that mate.
It should be below
He should
Cody.
be
Yeah.
gone from that. It should be Usyk, Dubois, Caballel, Bacoli, Lawrence Okoli, Wardley. That's my opinion. They should be top 6. I'd like to see Fabio Wardley get his flowers now. He's done everything the hard way. And I mean, how many fights has Wardley had now? He's had 19 fights. He's undefeated. He's ranked 10 on BoxRec, 5 in England. He's a 29-year-old, or he's just turned 30 last couple of weeks. He's
But
done
I think
everything
he's a
expected of
young
him.
one, isn't
He needs to be given his flowers, doesn't he, really?
he needs a shot, doesn't he? Let's be honest. He needs a shot, a title shot, or something substantial now because he's done everything. I mean, what is he wanting to do? Like, defend the British one more time to win it outright, or what? I mean, that's the common trend, or the old school trends. But what do you do? Who's there to fight for him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's craziness, isn't it, mate? It's craziness. Uh, what do you think to that Solomon Dakras match? Would you have a rumble with him?
Well, he fought against a lad I've sparred against called Michael Webster, and he drew against him first time around. He actually, to be honest, no, sorry, he didn't draw. He beat Michael Webster, but it was argued he got robbed. Michael Webster got robbed. Fought him again, he knocked Michael Webster out. I don't think Dakaris is that good, personally. Um, he can't fight a pace. I feel White Rhino can beat him. I feel Fisher would beat him. I just feel Sam Jones or Scam Jones has just mapped him the right way. He's just been mapped very well, personally. He hasn't had any real hard fights.
Max, it says on here you're ranked number 50 on BoxRec in UK out of 67.
Hmm.
So that's not bad. So if you want to be fighting anybody now, Max, you need to be fighting people that are ranked above you. How about Adrian King? Why don't you have a fight with him?
I want to have a go at Roman Fury.
Roman Fury, why do you want to fight him?
Well, because he's been saying shit about been saying a bit of shit about me, like he's going to fill me in because what we did about putting billboards up about his dad.
So what? His dad
Yeah,
brought that on himself. His dad wanted to fight any man in UK
yeah, exactly,
over 50. So Mickey,
exactly.
yeah, I'll accept your challenge, John. And we all went to work, didn't we? And what
Yeah,
happened? Nothing happened between the lot of them. I wasted 18 months, 2 years of my life.
exactly.
Wasted time, messes. So it is what it is. So Roman Fury, he's never going to win anything, in mate. Don't worry about him. But he'd be
Yeah,
tough you, Max, from what I've seen.
well, okay.
You think you're doing, Max?
Yeah,
Well, it remains to be seen, doesn't it? So you don't want to fight Adrian King then, no?
no, no, not really. No.
What about Cash Ali? Would you fight him?
Yeah, I'd fight him.
What about Arlo Stevens?
No.
Jay McFarlane?
Yeah.
You fight him. Yeah, Jay McFarlane. Max says he'll punch you upside down. What you got to say about
But this is the point. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Half of these though,
that?
right? So let's say Cash Addy, they want like 7 or 8 grand per
What to
fight.
fight you?
Well, no, it's just standard now. It just seems heavyweights want so much, right? So by the time you sold your
Who's told you
tickets,
that, Dennis?
no, no, no. It's just standard what I've seen. Like even at
Max,
your
I've never
talk.
heard that in my life for these guys at this level. I
So,
don't know.
so,
Who told
so,
you. It
no,
on,
no,
mate.
no. No, so there's the kid called real good prospect coming up, and I'll tell you his name's Louis Pachetti. He's
Yeah,
down in
yeah,
London.
yeah, yeah.
Quality, quality. Now he's put it on to people like Will Howe up north and that, and like Will Howe would be like, "Oh yeah, I'll take 7 grand to fight you and come down and that," and it's just like he keeps having to go abroad and bring people in, and he'll fight anyone in the UK. Um, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a perfect example. Some of these people want too much money. They don't want a couple of grand. It's just bananas. Some of the money people want to fight. You know what I mean? So you wonder why some of these people, and you've said it plenty of times on here, Russ. People don't want to fight each other domestically because they don't want too much money. It's
Yeah.
craziness. But you know,
Okay. Okay. Dylan White, is he finished?
yeah.
Is
He's
Chisora finished?
him and Chisora. It's going to be him and Chisora at some stage. You know, it's up and coming.
Well,
They're
that's
going
what
to
they're
do.
talking about now, aren't they? Behind the
Yeah,
scenes down there, Chisora and Dylan
yeah.
White. But the TV people and a lot of people behind the scenes are all saying, "What, a third one of that? You're joking me, aren't you?" Because the last two were conclusive. Well, the second one were conclusive, wasn't it?
But you can see, I could see Del Boy filling him in because he ain't been because Thingy Bob ain't been active as much. Dylan White.
Well,
So
who wants to see it a third time though? I mean, who
no,
wants to see? I mean, what they're going to do next? Fury Chisora 4.
it's bad, isn't it? It's bad, so bad. But but do you know what it is as well? And I think Terry Chapper at Army, he's covered this on it. It's responsible as likes of these young guns, likes of Moses Atama and people like that, inspiring to take these people apart to get them out of the gyms. You know what I mean? For the new blood to come through. We're sick of this old hat at the top now. We
What do you
want
think
the
is
new.
happening on this February 22nd one? Because they keep saying Caballel,
Mm.
uh, Macaulay, and then the next Beth, they're saying Zhang Caballel. It's all up in arms, that, innit? But nobody, who's really bothered about Caballel, Macaulay, and Zhang anyway? You know what
I
I mean?
think the hardcores would see it. Hardcores would see
Oh,
Bacardi
yeah,
V.
but I just want to see Caballel get his title shot. He's done everything he's been asked to do. He's 25 and 0, 17 on Button Moon, 32-year-old. He's done everything by the book. Number one in Germany, number three in the world, but they're just bypassing him for any title shots, aren't they?
You know what might happen? What might happen is Usyk, you never know. He might turn around and just say, you know what, I'm done. And have a talk with his family and say, you know what, you've got all the money in the world, retire. And he might just retire because he's not the type of person, I mean, quote me if I'm wrong, uh, to like just go off his head and go on a bender. He's not like that. He keeps himself fit, keeps himself sane. He's like a Carl Froch type, isn't he? Usyk. So he's going to relinquish those belts, isn't he? That's what they might be thinking, Cabiel's team. You never know.
Well, we're
And
going
he,
to see, aren't we? We'll soon see, Maxi. What do you think to that?
I mean, I like to see, like I said, Cabiel have a go. Yeah, I'd like to see him against Bacoli. I think it'd be a good fight. I think Cabiel would take Bacoli personally.
Do you?
Yeah, Bacoli just seems to stay in the middle of the ring and wait for him to come. He can't move really. He doesn't seem like he moves much,
Yeah.
and it just seems he just waits for him to come through and counter punches the hell out of him.
Hey, Max, you know, if this video gets most views for that month and you nick that 100 quid and you're not a regular, do you know all my commission lads are going to want to wring your neck, you know?
We both know it's not going to get. It's going to get. It's not going to get that. So we
I think
know
it
that
will
we're
be
safe.
Kent and
Yeah,
James for this month. I don't know until I check on 2nd Jan, but
Kent will get it.
you
Kent will
think
get it.
Kent got it, do you?
Yeah, Kent.
Kent will be a deserving winner if he gets it, then, 'cause I like Kent.
Well, there we go then. Well, I mean,
Jerry might get it. You never know. He might start watching his videos millions of times tonight to get views up.
but imagine if I did get it, you'd want to wring my neck yourself.
I'd want to what?
You'd want to wring my neck yourself if I got it.
If you win this 100 quid, Max, I'm coming up to Scarborough. I've got your address here. I'm going to put every window through in your house. While you're sat in your house hiding, I bet first thing you grab to hide when I start smashing everything is your slow cooker, isn't it, Max?
No, I'll just set my rotty on you.
Have you got a Rottweiler, Max?
Yeah, I'll just set my rotty on
You know
you.
what they are? I used to have one called Buster. Do you know how Rottweilers are? And they're lovely dogs, but mate, they're shitting machines. That one I had was a shitting machine, mate. I swear to God, all they used to do was leave big elephant shits everywhere when I lived in Borchester. I swear to God. All of them drive everywhere, big elephant cow dung jobs.
You're right. And I'll tell you what, it looks like a bloody horse has done it. It's that massive.
Looks like,
Jesus.
yeah, that's it. That's what they do. That's all they do. Eat and shit.
But
Rottweiler.
I tell you what though, the excellent guard dogs. Have you ever had one like
That one
just
I,
try to
mate, it
bite
was
you?
useless, that one I had. He couldn't have known. You're absolutely useless, mate. He'd probably let people bagel me. But how you treat it's the owners. If you're going to be nice to him, you've got to take that edge off him, aren't you? Unless you're like AJ Hobson, he's got one up at his scrapyard back at EIS. You're going to hear them doors there, and it comes out to like tear your head clean off.
Oh
You know
really?
what I mean? That's a
Jesus.
proper guard dog.
Yeah.
Okie
Yeah.
dokie then, Maximilian. Thank you for liking and subscribing, Max, and leaving a comment and
All
being a
right.
gentle Wally.
All right. No problem. You take care of yourself.
Have a good New Year, Max. All the best. Cheers.
You too, mate. Cheers, kiddo. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Well, that were Big Max. Women watch him, men fear him. That's about it, boys and girls. You know what? Getting some arms on me now. I mean, it's funny. You eat correctly and you train with less weight, you shape up fantastic, don't you? I don't know. Film star looks here, kid. Film star looks. Go on, booyaka. Keep sharing them videos for me. Peace out. And thank you, like I said, for subscribing. It means a lot to me, that. Tickles me ego.